And we are back with Scaping 9 till 5 Season 2. For those of you that don't know what this series is, I basically take popular or unpopular, new or old money making methods and treat them as if they were a real life job to find out what this salary would be like if I worked this job in real life, getting the gold and then turning it into real cash. How much would I get paid? Can I make a living from it, basically? That's what we do. So let's get started. Actually, we need to find a job first. About time. So I'm heading to Oziak because he usually supplies me with good jobs that make good money. Hey Oziak, are you in?
Go away.
What the hell is he doing? It's me, Dicers. I'm looking for a job.
I don't care. Bugger off.
Well, I guess I'll be self-employed in this video.
Where is this thing?
Brutal Black Dragons. This enemy has been one of the most requested enemy to fight for a 9 till 5 video. And for good reason, it's a terrific money making method. With each kill you're guaranteed dragon bones and 2 black dragonite, that's at least 9k GP per kill. And 99% of the time you're always going to get one of these items on this list I'm scrolling down right now, the Brutal Black Dragons drop table. Most of the items that you get are actually pretty valuable, and one of the best things you can get are dragon dart tips, which are about 150k and they're only an uncommon drop. Brutal Black Dragons, if you can do them, are a good money making method. The wiki suggests it's around 800k GP per hour on average. The timer has already started. I'm going to do a full day's worth of work, which is around 8 hours of fighting Brutal Black Dragons. Let's see how we do. My gear setup for fighting Brutal Black Dragons in this video is using full elite Void with the range helmet, the Necklace of Anguish I believe it's called, the Ava's Assembler, the one from Vorkath, the Dragon Hunter crossbow. I sold a lot of items in my bag to get this crossbow, Twisted Buckler, Pegasian boots and an imbued Archer's Ring, along with broad bolts. People use amethyst broad bolts, but regular broad bolts are like 1/5 of the price, so I just went for them instead. And my inventory consists of 1 dose range potion, 1 dose extended anti-fire potion, a single shark and 1 prayer potion, along with teleports to my house and a Xerix talisman or necklace or whatever it's called to teleport back to the Brutal Black Dragons. And how an entire trip would work is I would teleport in using the Xerix talisman to the Inferno, run to the east to the entrance to the Brutal Black Dragons, which is just like a little hole, a little cave thing. As I'm climbing down to the Brutal Black Dragon lair, I use the extended anti-fire potion and the ranging potion. If you get too close to the dragons, they deal a lot of melee damage, and sometimes I forget to keep my prayer points up, so I'll take some magic damage. So I've got that shark there just in case, and obviously the prayer potion is there just to keep my prayer points up throughout the trip. Because in the cave you're always going to want to keep protection from magic on that prayer alongside your best ranging buff prayer. For me it was like Eagle Eye or something. Unfortunately, no rigor. Not yet. Once my inventory is filled up with loot, I will teleport out using the Playground House tablets, use my rejuvenation pool, teleport to Castle Wars using the jewellery box, deposit all the loot, take out 1 dose extended anti-fire, take out 1 dose range potion, a shark and a prayer potion, teleport to the Inferno, run east, go back down, fight more Brutal Black Dragons, rinse and repeat. Oh baby, more dragon dart tips. This is like the 4th drop I've had. I'm only about an hour and a half into fighting these Brutal Black Dragons, and so far I'm having a great time. These are actually so good. I'm making a lot of GP from these things. It takes very little effort, it takes very little supplies, especially using broad bolts instead of the amethyst bolts. The supplies I'm using are almost next to nothing. The only real cost from the supplies is using a prayer potion. I could technically not bring a prayer potion and use the altar upstairs. If you go upstairs, there's a nearby building from the entrance to the cave where there's an altar. I could do that instead. Yeah, beforehand the Brutal Black Dragons had 0 requirements to have access to, meaning you could make a brand new account, give it a bond or something, train some range, then come here instantly and start making some great GP per hour. A lot of players didn't like this because it made it easy for bots to make a bunch of money, and so the development team put a 77 Slayer requirement to fight Brutal Black Dragons, and also removed the Dragon full helmet from their drop table, making them only a little bit less worthwhile doing and harder to get to. And bonus fact guys, bonus fact, Brutal Black Dragons are the only chromatic dragon, chromatic being coloured dragons like green, blue, red and black, that are now technically Slayer monsters because they require 77 Slayer. And now after the 77 Slayer requirement, they are the only Slayer monster in the Catacombs of Kourend that do not have a superior variant. These bonus facts, by the way, were brought to you by the old school RuneScape Wikipedia. I'm not that clever. I don't know these things. I just read it off the page. 4 hours in. We're halfway there, lads. Which means it is lunchtime while I'm away to grab a quick bite. Here, listen to this.
Hey Darcy's fans, it's me, Buckle Safe, and welcome to my store, Fashion Safe. Have you ever wanted to get some fabulous Darcy's merch? Well, here's your chance. Boom. For just $16, you can get...
Buck, it's $15.99, not $16.
For just $16, you can get this fabulous...
Buck, it's $15.99, not $16. Say $15.99.
Fine, for $15.99, you can get this wonderful Darcy's shirt that comes in a range of colours and sizes. Black, white, red. All these can be got at teesprings.com/store/Darcy's. The URL will be in the description.
With less than 3 hours to go in this brutal Black Dragon grind, let's just skip to the end. Next clip, end. This is it. This is our final trip to the brutal Black Dragons. It's our final chance to get something rare, like the Visage, the Draconic Visage. Come on, baby. In the next, 5 kills I'm gonna get, give me that Draconic Visage. It's not gonna happen. It didn't happen. What a surprise. With only 30 seconds left, our shift of slaying brutal Black Dragons is now over. I can't get one more kill in the amount of time that I have, so it's done. Shift over, time to clock out, and use this day's worth of loot to find out how much money we could potentially make if this were our real life job. Here is my loot from a shift of brutal Black Dragons. 334 Dragon Bones and 712 Dragonite. Occasionally I would have to bury a Dragon Bone to be able to pick up another item if I got too many kills in one trip and I couldn't fit it all in the inventory. So the accurate amount of brutal Black Dragons that I actually slayed is taking the Black Dragon Hide 712 and halving it, because you get 2 per kill. Meaning I slew 356 brutal Black Dragons. Most of the money will come from the bones, the hides, the dragon dart tips, which I got 440 of, alongside all the ruins. I also got 4 dragon spears, which I thought was really weird and really rare, but it turns out it's not actually that rare. Hitting collect after selling everything we had in that tab gives us a green cash stack, 10 million GP, holy moly. That's a great thing to see. Unfortunately, that isn't 10 million GP profit. I need to find out my profit by buying back all the supplies I used. That way we get an accurate representation of what we've made from working on brutal Black Dragons. 9.471 million GP, not a green cash stack anymore. That's very unfortunate. Maybe it would be if I used the Altler instead of prayer potions, but prayer potions make it faster, so it's still 9.4 million, almost 9.5 million. I think I round it up to 9.5 million just to make the math easier in the next part of the video. 9.5 million GP in one working day, which is 8 hours, which means per hour I'm making roughly 1.2 million GP. The normal working week has 5 days, Monday to Friday, which means if I'd done it from Monday till Friday, 8 hours a day, I would make 47.5 million GP. On average, there are 22 working days per month, which means the daily 9.5 mil times 22 would give me 209 million GP per month doing brutal Black Dragons. And our yearly salary, there are on average 261 working days per year, so the daily average of 9.5 mil times 261 is 2,480 million GP, almost 2.5 billion GP per year. That is our yearly salary fighting brutal Black Dragons. We haven't taken into consideration the drop chance of the rarest item from brutal Black Dragons, the Draconic Visage. It's a 1 in 10,000 drop, and in 1 year, taking the math from the single day that we've done today, we would slay over 90,000 brutal Black Dragons in 1 year, which means we would probably, on average, most likely, get 9 Draconic Visages, which would add an extra 70 million GP to our grand total to our salary, which brings us to a total of 2,550 million GP. So now let's theoretically convert all of this money on screen into real life cash. Real world trading is unfortunately a big thing in old school RuneScape. It's not something I've ever partaken in, but it is something that is interesting, even though it is against the rules, and you definitely shouldn't do it. Jagex, I'm a good boy. I've never done anything. My name's Dicers, but I've never done anything bad. Okay, trust me. I don't do this really. But hypothetically, theoretically, whatever the word is you want to use here, let's turn all this into real life cash. I believe the current going rate in the black market for RuneScape GP is 80 cents per 1 million GP. Which means if Brutal Black Dragons were our real life job, our hourly wage would be 96 cents, and each day we would make roughly $7.60. Our weekly wage would be roughly $38 per week, and in our monthly paycheck, when you open up that pay slip to see what you've made in your hard 30 days, or technically 22 days of work, you would see $167. That is your monthly paycheck right there. It's not a lot of money. And in 1 year, slaying Brutal Black Dragons on one account, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 1 year, we would make just over $2,000. Converting that yearly salary into some other popular currencies, it would be 1,592 UK pounds and 1,790 euros. A lot of people were curious as to what the currency would exchange to in Venezuelan currency, because Venezuelan gold farmers are fairly common in old school RuneScape. It converts to 864,000 Venezuelan Bolivar Sobinaro, I believe it's called. A very common request in this previous season of Scaping 9till5 was making some sort of leaderboard for all the jobs. So I've gone ahead and done that and made this terrible looking leaderboard where I will put in the results of each 9till5 job and place them appropriately. For now, Brutal Black Dragons comes in at number 1, making 2,550 million GP as the yearly salary. And that is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to leave a rating and or a comment with a suggestion as to what I should do in a future 9till5 video. And remember, buy a cool looking t-shirt. They look sick. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching that video. I really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, you can hit this profile picture icon, or just below the video there's a subscription button. Make sure you hit the bell too so you know when I upload new videos. And if you want to watch my most recent video, make sure you click on the top right there. It takes you to my most recent video created and uploaded to the YouTube channel. And if you're in the mood to binge watch a bunch of RuneScape videos, that playlist in the bottom right has over 200 of them.